Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Branch, the art teacher, here with lesson 7. Now in lesson 7, we learned about making observations, we learned about mixing stuff, I believe, and we learned about the complementary colors. And so we get to make a puffy, we also learned about Wayne Thiebaud. And he painted desserts, especially cupcakes. And so we get to make a puffy paint um a puffy paint painting picture. All right, so this is mixed media. Now we've been doing mixed medias before, like when we mix paint with crayon. Now we get to mix paint and glue and shaving cream, and we get to have our oil pastels. So we get to do a lot in this project. So let me go ahead and switch my camera. All right, and so we also learned about the complementary colors. So we learned that red and green are complementary colors. And we learned that yellow and blue are complementary. Orange and blue. And we learned that yellow and purple were complementary colors. So on this one, I made the plate green, the tablecloth red, and I made the cupcake yellow with purple lines on it. So now I need to make another one so that you guys can make one too. Let's see, I'm gonna move this here. And I have my chipboard. We're going to do it directly onto the chipboard. Now let's see. You know what? I'm going to make my cupcake paper orange and blue this time. So let's see. I'm going to start with the orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line somewhere in the middle of my paper, and it doesn't touch the sides. And now below that, I'm going to draw another line, but it's going to be shorter. So these two lines are parallel. That means they go in the same direction, but they don't bump into each other. They can't meet because they're straight lines. Now I'm going to draw two diagonal lines connecting them, and I just made a trapezoid. Now a trapezoid is a four-sided shape with two lines parallel and two lines that are not parallel, meaning they do not go in the same direction. And eventually, if these lines kept going, they would meet up because they're not parallel. All right, so now I'm going to draw the lines in blue because sometimes when you mix complementary colors, they kind of turn a brown or they turn a tone and they get darker. So now I'm going to color around my blue lines with the orange. Because you see right here where I kind of like they touch. I'll bring the camera in some. It got a little, it started creating a tone. Because when you mix complementary colors, that's kind of what happens. And actually, because I'm mixing complementary colors, because orange is red and yellow mixed together. And when you mix it with blue and you mix all three complementary colors, you get brown. So anytime I'm mixing them, they're going to turn kind of brownish. And you know what? Because I want that complementary color to really stand out, I'm going to trace around my edges of my cupcake with blue. My cupcake cup. All right, so there is my cupcake. And now I'm going to make the plate. Now, let's see, I did red and green in my other one. So I'll do yellow and purple. So I'll do the plate yellow and the tablecloth purple. How about that? All right, so I'm turning my paper sideways because I'm making an ellipse or a circle, but it's on its side, so it makes an oval. But if I turn it this way, it looks like a letter C. So I'm going to make my big letter C around my cupcake, and I'm going to carefully trace on the line where the blue is, because if I mix them, they'll turn green, because yellow and blue makes green. See, picked up some of that blue, and it turned it green. But that's okay, because it's cool when you're with oil pastels, because they mix. And so the complementary color of yellow is purple. So I'm going to draw a line where my table ends. It looks like I got some purple. And I'm going to go around that. See, now, again, because red and blue makes purple, if I mix that with that yellow, that's all three primary colors, and it's going to turn brown. Now, I'm pressing kind of hard because I want a nice rich color, and I don't want to see the brown of the chipboard underneath, just because I can. It's okay if you do. But I'm going to take my time and color the edges. And color, color, color. You gotta do small sections really when you want to color heavy and deep. Do small sections at a time and it'll work out better. I picked up a little bit of that yellow in there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. And a little bit this way. Now I have two of my complements. I have my blue and orange and my yellow and purple. And I could do some on the back wall, but I'm not because I really want the puffy paint to stick out. So let me put my oil pastels away. And I'm going to move my painting over to the side so that we can do our kind of like a science project. All right, so now I have my shaving cream and I have my glue. And so I'm going to pull the cap off the shaving cream so I can spray it. And I'm going to shake up the can a bit. And I'm going to spray some shaving cream then. And I'm going to take the top off my glue. And I'm going to pour some glue on top of that. Kind of like I'm making ice cream. Well, that might be too much. Because you're supposed to put like about the same amount of glue as you do shaving cream. Oop. All right. I gave it one more big glob. All right. So now I'm gonna put the top back on. And I'm going to take my spoon and start mixing that together. The glue with the shaving creams. Mm. Mm. I might have to add a little bit more glue. I might not have added enough glue. Yeah, just a little bit more glue. This is something you kind of gotta play around with. Okay, that might be a little too much now. But if it is, I'll just add a little more shaving cream. I'm getting it all over my hands, which is fine because art can be messy. Ah, yes, there. It's looking really interesting. And yeah, I want this to have some color. So now I do have my paint set. Uh-oh, I moved it. I moved it away from me. Ugh. Here is my water basin. I didn't clean the water from the last project. That's a little lazy. Let's see. Do I want a red? Do I want a yellow? Well, I did a red one and I mixed in the red on my shaving cream so it came out pinkish. Let's see. Well, I have some blue and I have orange and I have purple. I guess I'll go ahead and do red so I have all the colors in here. So what I'm gonna do is rinse off my brush a little bit, get a little water, and I'm going to pick up some red. And I'm just gonna squeeze that red into my gluey mixture. I'll squeeze some more. And now I get to mix it up together. Ooh, I'm mixing it up slow. But now that I'm mixing it up more, it's turning pink. It's turning a real nice pink, like icing. Don't eat it. I want it a little darker. Let me add some more red. It's a little darker. Let's see. Because on the screen, to me, it still looks very light. It's a light pink. I'm going to add, and get some more water so I can add some more. Probably would work better if I had cleaned off my water basin, but it happens. I'm going to squeeze some more in. Get some more water. And I'm going to stir that in. Ah, you know what? I'm not going to stir it in like all the way in. That way I keep these swirls. So I'm not going to keep stirring so that it has these swirls of red. I'm still stirring. I know what I do. I know. All right. So, but that's the cool thing about art. Sometimes you have to experiment. So now I'm going to make the cupcake sit on top of here. So I'm going to scoop up some. And, ooh, it's cool. It's flowing like glue, but I better put some down. Let me try that again. Scoop up some. My puffy paint. And I'm going to come to the top of the cupcake. I got some more in here. I'm going to scoop some to the side. And I get to play around in it. You know what? I'm going to try and make it like a swoop, like on top of a real cupcake. Ha. And, ooh, that look cool. Like a roller coaster. Do I want to do that again and mess it up? You know what? If you have some left over like I do, I would suggest you make another picture. Let's see. I'm going to put this over here so I have two swoops on this cupcake. Coolness, coolness. Haha. Hey, it kind of almost looks like a puppy. See, that looks like a nose, and those could be the puppy's ears, or a really sad looking Mickey Mouse. Oh, let me play around in it some more. Let me shape it. That's another cool thing. Let's see if I shape it some more. Nope, I kind of like it there. I like that little dog's nose. I'm gonna leave it there. And so now this is probably going to take a few days to dry. But if you still want to add a little more color in, I got an idea. Okay, I wet my brush again. I'm going to pick up some more red. And I'm going to squeeze some over. Oh, it looks like my finger's bleeding. Ha! Ha! And then I'm just going to swirl that in on top. Yeah, that came out cool. Cool. Ha ha. So everyone, I am not going to lift this one up because it is very wet, but I'm going to switch my pen. So a day later, it'll still be soft, but the outside will be dry, but the inside will still be wet. So don't touch it. You don't want to mess it up, but you know how to make some more. Just add some glue. I used a lot of glue. I used almost half this bottle. And some shaving cream. And you get to make some puffy paint. All right, everyone. I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.